Hello and welcome to The Makeup Room. I'm your host, Casey Holmes, and on today's episode, we're going back to Panem to join Jennifer Lawrence for one last battle. Yes, J-Law returns as Katniss Everdeen in the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. She's great with a bow and arrow and apparently skilled with a brush as well, because even in combat, her makeup is always on point. How does she do it? I'm going to show you today on The Makeup Room. So for Jennifer's look, what I mainly noticed the most is her eyes. They're a little bit grungy, that's not perfect, really smoked out. And then she has rosy cheeks and the lips. So that's what we're gonna focus on today, just keeping the face more light and then the eyes a little more smoked out.
Snow has to pay for what he's done.
Okay, so I'm gonna take my foundation and I'm just going to even out my skin tone just so we have a good base for all of the makeup we're gonna put on. Now my favorite foundation for looks like this is definitely the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. It's really great. I use it for majority of my looks just because it doesn't look too much like foundation, but for me it covers up all of my rosacea and any problem areas that I have on my skin. Okay, and then after that, we're just gonna apply a little bit of concealer. My favorite is MAC Pro Longwear. It's just so good and it lasts forever. And all you need is a tiny bit of this stuff. And I'm just gonna put it right here in the inner part of the eye to brighten up and a little bit underneath as well, just to get rid of some of those dark circles. And again, we can just blend it out with the Beauty Blender. And I'm also gonna put this all over the lid as well, just dragging it on to prime and get rid of those veins on the lid. And then last but not least for face right now, we're gonna go ahead and just set it. And I'm gonna take a yellow toned powder just to keep it nice and bright. So for me, my lids are really oily as well, so I like to just take a little bit of the powder and put it on top as well. Okay, so now moving on to the eyes, what I'm gonna do is apply more of a light brown shade all over the lid, and then I'm gonna take a nice medium tone color and put it in the crease, taking it pretty far up towards the brow. I can tell that it's pretty far up and then she has a highlight. So the first color I'm gonna take is this one right here, and we're just gonna apply that all over the lid. It doesn't have to be perfect because her look is not perfect in this movie. So I'm just gonna take that shade. Make sure you tap off some of the excess. And then we're just gonna put this right on the lid. It's okay if it gets in the crease a little bit because we're gonna blend something in the crease later as well. And then what we're gonna do is take a fluffier brush that's a little bit bigger. So we're gonna take this shade right here and we're gonna use that to blend it up towards the brow. And we're taking it pretty far up because that's where she has it in the movie. So first you wanna start in the crease and blending out the edges of what we just put on. And then you could take it up a little bit farther. And feel free to build this color up because her color is pretty dark. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more in there. And then another thing I really noticed about her look is she has quite a bit of black by her lash line. So I'm gonna take a pencil brush and a matte black like this one. And we're going to just smudge this right at the upper lash line. This is just gonna add a little bit of definition and also kind of go with the grunge look that she has. Then I'm just going to make sure I blend it fairly well, just so we don't have a harsh line. So feel free to blend it up towards the lid more, or even go back in with the first brush we used and kind of blend out the edges a little bit. And then I'm going to apply a black liner to the waterline because she does have some, let's see. And then I'm gonna apply a black liner to the waterline because the lower lash line is really smoked out as well. And then in the photo, you can tell she has black all the way from her tear duct to her outer corner. So we're gonna do the same exact thing that we did on the upper lash line, but for our lower lash line. So same brush with the black and just smoke it out. So then I'm just gonna apply some mascara. This one's my favorite from Benefit. It's the Roller Lash. Then I'm also gonna apply this to my lower lashes as well. So her brows are naturally defined, so all I'm gonna do is take a little bit of this pomade from Anastasia, and I'm going to lightly fill them in and not create a dramatic shape or anything. Okay, and then after that, you can tell she has a really strong highlight, like it just stands out. So I'm gonna take this shimmery one right here and apply it right underneath my brows. Then I'm gonna go back in one more time with that shade we put in the crease and just kind of touch up any areas, extend it out a little bit from my outer corner, like that. And then for her cheeks, they look just naturally rosy, so I'm gonna take this one from Estee Lauder in Sensuous Rose. I feel like this gives the best naturally rosy look without looking too intense. And I'm gonna apply this on the apples of my cheeks and brush it back. Then I'm just gonna take a little brush like this and blend it out. And then last but not least are her lips. She has a little bit of a pink lip going on, so I'm gonna take this one from NYX. It's just a pink rose color. Just tap it out a little bit, because I don't think her lips were super glossy when she was, you know, using her bow and arrow. And that completes your Katniss Everdeen inspired look. And here it is, the Katniss Everdeen look that's the envy of girls everywhere, from the Capitol down to District 13. Opening night for the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 is November 20th. This is one of the biggest movie events of the year, so get your tickets early by clicking the link below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more episodes of The Makeup Room and lots of other great videos.